Hang on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. Oh. Hello, my crotch. Let me get some, oh, illuminations. We go purple, or blue, or red. I don't know. Kind of digging the Tron blue tonight. Uh-oh. Now there's trap gas. Wonderful. Hang on. Hi. How's it going? I should probably get some more light over here. Hang on a second. Hang on. Where's my light? There it is. Hold on. Oh, damn it. The fan's on it. Hang on. Hang on. I got it. I got this. I got this. I got this. There we go. Let there be light. Aha! You can see the fan. You can see the mess. You can't see the address here, but I'll turn it around anyway, just because it appeases my OCD. All right, here we go. My anxiety. We turn this. It's so blinding over there. The light's way over there. Like, I don't know why it's flooding the side of the screen there. Anyway, let's get the boys in here, shall we? I'm assuming there's a few of them there. Yes, I see Skin Slip and Garbage Gamer and the Man of Stout. Let's get him. Let's get him good.
You're really quiet.
I don't know what mic you're using, but nobody can hear you in there.
What?
No, they can hear you.
On Twitch, it's just, it's really quiet.
Are you fucking serious? It's on the wrong mic. God damn it. Hold on.
All of them, I'm just like, nobody can hear you. Can you come in so I can tell you that nobody can hear you?
Hang on. I think I can switch it here. Hold on. Bye. There. How's that? Is that better?
Wait for it.
I guess you got to wait for it. Sorry, folks. For some reason, oh, I know why. It's because
there we go. We got it.
I had the mic plugged into the other computer because when I do videos, I record the sound on the other computer just because the sync's a little better and it doesn't. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons for it. Anyway, and then I transferred over for editing. So I had the mic plugged into the other computer. I fired up XSplit to get all the stuff set up and didn't have the mic plugged in, so it just looked for another mic, found one. I plugged my mic back in, fired up XSplit again, and forgot to change it back. So there you go. Mystery solved.
Skin Slip is taking a piss or a shit. I don't remember.
A piss shit? A pit or a shiss?
A shiss.
So I had a pretty good day today. Nicole, the other woman I was telling you about last week, came by today. She actually came by Thursday as well. Thursday we went for a picnic with her and her 2-year-old. It was quite nice. I made sandwiches. Today she came over and hung out with me and Rosie, took us out for ice cream, and we actually did a video together, Nicole and I. It was her idea. She's kind of camera shy, wanted to overcome that. She's a big geek just like us, and really wanted to do something geeky for everybody. And, well, so she's kind of a huge fan girl for American Gods, Neil Gaiman's American Gods. She's read the book several times, listened to the audiobook several times, and just recently watched the show. I have not read the book. I have watched the show, however, and listened to some of the audiobook, and I own the book, though I've never read it. So I said, well, okay, we can certainly do that. You'll probably have a lot more to say about it than me, but I'm game. So we basically did a little collaborative video today, and I'm not sure when specifically it's going to be going up, but I'm in the middle of editing it. So, yeah, so look forward to that. Should be fun. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Hey!
And she was quite happy to have overcome her YouTube virginity, and and had a great time and is all game to do more. So, you know, hope you guys enjoy it because we'll probably do some others at some point in time.
When does this video go live?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of editing it, and we still need to do a thumbnail. We forgot to do a thumbnail while she was here, so... yeah, and there was some other little minor technical problems with the recording that I discovered after transferring the footage and looking at it. It was like, oh, fuck, now I got to think of something creative to fix this problem. So, working on that. Because I don't want to retake it, because, I mean, the whole point was this was the first time she'd ever done anything like this. And so it's good to have that, that's very trippy, that sort of freshness to it, that you can't recapture that magic in a bottle twice, so... That's
Captain
very
America.
cool. Captain America fidget spinner.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Anyway.
Pretty rad, Dad.
Justin's holding up his fidget spinner, so I decided to hold mine up. She was like, ah.
So we just got an announcement from, what was it, Warner Archive today that I'm pretty excited about.
Yes!
We're getting both Innocent Blood and The Hidden on Blu-ray from Warner Archive. And it's an extended cut of Innocent Blood that we've never seen before. I didn't even know such a thing existed. So
Did you see the Shout Factory and Scream Factory announcements
I'm
from
pretty
yesterday?
stoked about that. I may have refreshed my memory.
Shout Factory announced Mac and Me Collector's Edition,
Oh, God.
motherfucker.
Everybody
Well,
go
they
watch
did
the
Garbage
Paul
Pail
Rudd
Kids,
Conan
so...
videos now.
Hold on. There are more announcements. I gotta scroll up real quick.
There's some other...
There was some green slime, getting green slime from Warner Archive. Which is
Green
really
Slime,
really
that was the other one,
Alright,
yes.
here we go. We're getting from Scream Factory. We're getting Attack of the Puppet People. What is that? What movie is that? Oh, Eye of the Cat, Darkman 2 and 3 double feature,
Nice.
American Gothic, Cyborg, The Strangers, Drag Me to Hell, Misery, and Silent Night, Deadly Night. Those are all like their big announcements.
Interesting. I was kind of surprised by Drag Me to Hell and Misery. I mean, those are, have had pretty decent releases for quite a while, and Drag Me to Hell is not that old. But
No, it doesn't
okay.
matter. They're getting awesome collector editions. It's great.
That's
Very happy.
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, also announced Landis's Into the Night with cooperation from Landis. They're doing new special features with him.
Yes.
Joe Dante's Matinee Collector's Edition.
Nice. I'll probably pick that one
Plague
up.
Dogs, which was previously released by Twilight Time, I think.
The Plague Dog. Actually, no, I don't think they did. I have the DVD release that's been available for ages of that. I think that's one that people have been waiting for a Blu-ray for a long time, is it not? Like, I don't think there has been... It's been kind of neglected. I know Watership Down got a really nice Criterion edition, which I still need to pick up.
Yeah, I
But,
guess it's only DVD. All right.
Yeah. No, that's I tell you, Plague Dogs is from the same author as Watership Down, and it's kind of been the bastard stepchild in terms of video releases for a while. Like, nobody wants to touch it. But so I'm pretty stoked about that one, actually.
Oh, and last from Warner Archive was The Hidden, which is one
I mentioned that one. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, you've never seen The Hidden? Oh my God, so much fun. No, you'll love it.
Have you seen The Green Slime?
Yes, I have.
I love the fucking song Green Slime. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I have not seen it like probably since I was 12, but I have definitely seen it, and I will be picking that one up for sure. I remember it being really boring.
Green Slime? Oh, it's not boring. You're just a dumb kid.
Probably, yeah. No, I definitely want to check it out again.
It's goofy shit for sure.
Absolutely, and I love the goofy shit. And holy crap, we just got an onslaught of trailers today. We got the first full trailer for Thor Ragnarok. We got a Westworld Season 2 trailer. Still not coming until 2018. No, we've got to wait so long. But it looks great. Can't wait. Can't wait. Love the first season of that. Speaking of loving the first season and getting Season 2, we got Stranger Things Season 2 full trailer today. And it had they were playing Dragon's Lair. Oh my God!
The beginning of that was just.
I posted that in Discord. I was like, "It's Dragon's Lair."
Yes.
Ready Player One.
And it wasn't just like a little snippet of Dragon's Lair. It was like a full-on 30 seconds of Dragon's Lair.
They were trying to defeat the dragon, and all the other kids were all excited and distracting him.
We also got the Ready Player One's trailer, which is I'm fucking stoked about.
Oh, I gotta check that out. Yeah, nice. Yay!
I don't know.
I have this cover. Everyone else has the other orange cover.
Weird.
I have that cover too.
That's the later one, I think.
That's the previous one. The orange one's the newer one, I think.
Ah. Yeah, I should read that.
There's also now a new movie poster.
You guys have been very positively reactionary to that one.
In my top
The
3
Iron Giant is in the trailer.
We're just not in the book. That's a new addition.
I know.
That's pretty
Neither
cool.
Snake Eyes isn't there either, but that's okay. Because a lot of a lot of that stuff's like late 70s, early 80s stuff. Ernest Cline's a little bit older than us, just a little bit.
I would like to say also, just given the video that we did today, for any of you who have not seen or read American Gods, at the very least, watch the show because it's fucking amazing. And if you like Neil Gaiman stuff, I mean, it's just such a treat.
American Gods is my top 10 novels.
Yeah. And the cool thing about the show is they're doing it as an ongoing series rather than as just a movie, like a mini series or something like that. So it's still the story from the book, but they expand on it quite a bit. So you get a lot more backstory and stuff for some of the the secondary gods and characters and whatnot. And that was one of the things we talked about, actually, was just kind of, because she's so familiar with the book, I was like, well, how do you like the expansions and stuff like that? So she had quite a few things to say about those. So pretty cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend the show, even if you're not readers, check out the show because it's good stuff. And I get the impression a lot of the additional stuff is stuff that Neil has had sitting in a file somewhere for ages and just kind of pulled out for the show. It's like, well, actually, I have a whole story about this character. We could throw that in.
Oh my god!
Neil Gaiman is the executive producer, by the way, so he's pretty directly involved with the production of this too. So
I may have watched.
It's all got his blessing.
Trailer.
We got another Lego movie, Lego Ninjago. It actually looks really good. I have watched a good chunk of the show, so I kind of know like some of the characters and what's going on.
Is it tight? Is it part of the show continuity kind of thing, or?
No, directly. It's a full-on. Well, like I was saying on Discord, that as I was hoping it's an origin story of the Green Ninja, and it sort of is.
Okay.
Kinda.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but like I said, +2 internets for Jackie Chan and a live-action cat.
Alrighty.
Elder. Probably the only reason why I'm going to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Elder Ninja, the Elder that kind of taught all the ninjas his voice.
Oh my god! How could I forget? Biggest news of the day. Okay, fuck all the trailers. Biggest news of the day. The Simpsons is coming back to DVD. It's official. We are getting season 18 this Christmas, and depending how it sells,
cut them off for that.
Depending how it sells,
here
will determine if we get more. They're even talking about doing a deluxe edition of season 20 because the preemptive edition they put out was bare bones. They've already recorded commentaries for seasons 19 and 20. So Simpsons DVDs are back. The fans have been heard. It is happening finally. There you go.
I think a couple other big things. It didn't happen today. Happened announced back actually a couple days ago. Well, yesterday, technically.
Yes.
2 days ago for me. As at the SDCC. We got announcements that IDW is bringing back Visionaries.
Oh, yes!
In comic book form.
Oh, I'm going to buy that so hard.
Oh, yeah, the sequel to Revolution, First Strike. That's right.
And be so hard while I buy it.
The First Strike panel that features Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, ROM, and Micronauts.
Yes.
It's the sequel to Revolution.
Yes. Well, it's the second sequel because there's Revolution, there's Revolutionaries, and now there's First Strike.
Or Revolutionaries is a spin-off series. It's like its own thing. It's not
again also by
like an event like First Strike.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's what you'd read between the two, like a bridging piece.
Yeah.
So, which I need to get that still.
But
Revolution was great, by the way. If anyone's ever curious, definitely pick up the Revolution trades. They're worth it. It was fun read. Fun.
How did I tell you?
You finally read it, eh? Cool.
Yep. The trailer that finally came out for Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie.
Oh yeah, that new movie.
For all classic Nickelodeon fans out there, it is total like fucking nerdgasm.
Hey Arnold was like
they brought back everything. Like I was shocked by the amount of references in that trailer.
It started like right after I stopped.
All I gotta say is that turtle is getting fucking big.
So there's an episode where Arnold saves like 100-year-old turtle. It's in the trailer. There's the episode with the Birdman. He's in the trailer. You remember the Christmas episode where he said he finds Mr. Wynn's daughter? She's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is in this trailer.
I mean, there's even a whole section for Stoop Kid.
Yeah.
So another big bit of news, some bad news followed by some good news. It was officially announced, even though fans had known it was coming for a while, but it was officially announced this week that Archie Comics will no longer be publishing Sonic the Hedgehog. Any of them. They basically they've lost the license. It's gone. It's done. It's finished. They will be doing no more Sonic the Hedgehog comics. I think issue number 290 of the main series is going to be the last one. So a lot of fans are kind of miffed. It's like, what the fuck? We don't even get up to issue 300? Like, why not end on that milestone? And so then everybody was saying, this sucks. But I bet IDW is going to pick it up. IDW would be a great choice to do Sonic the Hedgehog comics. A day later, IDW is doing Sonic the Hedgehog comics.
Hey, IDW seems to be like the leader.
I wonder what happened in that conversation.
Yeah. So
Thank you. IDW is awesome. I love that company so much.
They do, like, they definitely are, like, top of the game as far as licensed properties and, like, reviving old comic book and toy line
Dare
comics.
I say they are the Mill Creek?
I bet we're going to get Sonic the Hedgehog classic hardcover editions now.
I bet, I was thinking that, because they've done that with all their other licenses.
Every other license they've done.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, everything. So I bet you any money they're going to do,
Ninja
like,
Turtles.
definitive collected editions of the entire Archie run.
And now you're totally going to get, like, Sonic the Hedgehog Ninja Turtles crossover, and you're going to be like, why? Which, by the way, is totally
entirely possible. Yeah.
That's possible. Anything is
entirely
possible with the
possible.
Turtles.
It's stupid, but I'd love it, and I'd probably read it anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Ninja Turtles, we're getting a second crossover with the Ghostbusters.
And we're getting action figures of the Ninja Turtle Ghostbuster characters, like it's Ninja Turtles as dressed as the Ghostbusters.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So cool. And by the way, the internet was like raging a little bit about that. I'm like, guys, knock the fuck off. They crossed over Star Trek and Universal Monsters to begin with. So
exactly.
It's been that way since the very original line.
They've been doing this the whole time. Where have you been, you false nerds?
You fucking 90s kid.
Well, even Ninja Turtles, like when they were still just an independent comic, would cross over with other independent comics. Like, you know, we all know about the Cerberus crossover and or Cerberus crossover, huh?
Savage Dragon was a big one. Flaming Carrot crossed over with Creed, which is a very indie comic that no one fucking remembers.
Usagi Yojimbo was originally its own thing, and then was brought into was not just crossed over, but like fully brought into the Turtles universe, and
recently made a recurrence, by the way.
Yeah, and so it's nothing new, folks. It's just the new iteration with more beloved franchises meeting up with them.
A lot of Ninja Turtles fans legit think that Usagi Yojimbo is just a part of the Ninja Turtles and always has been, and that's where he came from. It's like,
no. Love of fuck, no.
Also,
sorry, I said fuck. I guess this isn't advertiser friendly anymore.
Yeah, all my videos have been doing all the LXC ones and movie gangbang videos have slowly been like every week I get a new one that's been flagged.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, for me, it's been the live stream archives. Apparently, we were pretty raunchy in those. To them.
Fuck a lot. We can't be monetized. That's really it. We can't be monetized because we're not PG-13.
Yeah, it's not it's like, but every week I get flagged for another live stream archives. That's not advertiser friendly. Yep.
You know what?
But I was thinking about it. The thing I love about this is some poor sap, like some intern at YouTube, has been tasked with sitting down and watching all of our like epic 2, 3, 5 hour live streams to determine if they're appropriate or not.
Probably stops at the first fuck. He's like, there it is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Which won't take long sometimes because some streams are fuck. Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Like, greetings, everyone. How the fuck are you? Flagged.
Everyone, ow, fuck. What the hell was that? You know, like,
5 seconds, a new record.
Well, we made the jump pretty easy this time, I'll tell you what.
Yep. By the way, another toy news, we have come full circle. The Muscle toy line is now releasing WWE figures. So now, figures that were inspired by WWF in the 80s that then are now being released that are inspired by the current model. It's come for full circle. It's just my brain's exploding by it.
Enunciate.
I'm a big muscle fan.
A modern Ultimate Muscle game. Okay. We need one.
We don't need that. You got Fire Pro Wrestling. Someone's already made all the characters. You can just download the pack, and there you go. Bam.
No, I'm talking about, like, good-looking one.
Yeah, no. I didn't know that thing. Yeah.
Like a big...
Just because it looks like Quap, I mean, shut up.
Like 30 hours in that thing.
I mentioned Hayworld earlier. I wanted to also mention Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh yes, that's right.
It was also getting a revival, and it's like they wake up and they're in the new millennium, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
they try to adapt.
It's like this crazy meta nostalgia thing. Apparently,
he flat out says in the trailer. He goes, I don't think we're in the 90s anymore.
See, the cool thing is, if you remember the way the series originally ended, it ended with them being like shot off into space, right? Mm-hmm. And they're literally coming back after all that. Like it's a direct continuation.
That's great.
They land from the ship and they come out and they're just like everything's different.
Oh yeah, there's a trailer.
If you haven't seen the trailer, it's fucking hilarious.
So it's like we're nostalgic for. It's like a product of '90s nostalgia because we're nostalgic for the '90s, and they are characters from the '90s in a show in the '90s coming back to now, wishing it was still the '90s, being nostalgic for themselves.
Actually, it's more of like someone from the '90s who vanished until now.
Yeah,
they never experienced the transition from now, from the '90s to now. So it's like a telling of like a major shock to their system.
Yeah,
you know. And of course, like Heifer and all them, they're just like riding the wave, and they're all having a great time. And Rocco, the whole time,
was Heifer still fat?
Rocco's just full of angst.
Yeah,
Heifer should be a CrossFit fanatic.
Well, there's one. They're all sitting in a movie theater and they're all watching a 3D movie, and Rocco sits there goes, "Wow, it looks so realistic." And then like a fist comes out and starts punching Rocco in the face.
Oh God, that's exactly what the original is like, by the way. That makes sense. This is also done by Joe Murray, so
nice. I need
to see the voice actors too.
It's all the original voice actors. Yeah.
I need to see more of the original series. It was a little bit past my time, so I didn't catch a lot of it when it was on.
Rocco's Modern Life.
I remember it being pretty funny though.
If you weren't old enough to watch Ren and Stimpy, you watch Rocco's Modern Life.
The funny thing is, there's some pretty fucking adult shit in Rocco's Modern
Life. Oh yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like
the most famous one is where he works for a sex hotline.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's the one, the most notorious one. It's like,
and it's
baby,
it's like
baby,
on the wall that it's a sex hotline, and it's just like, yeah, this was on Nickelodeon in the '90s, kids.
Gotta love that subversive humor.
I guarantee you someone at Nickelodeon saw that and was like, "How did they get past the censors?" The guy's like,
They had free passes.
It was the '90s, man.
Back then, it was the '90s. They didn't give a shit. They didn't treat their young audiences like stupid kids.
You know, when your company's the bread and butter is kid, you tend to just start trusting their content after a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, shit like that can get through.
Very trusting.
Nickelodeon had their own censors first. And the question is, how the fuck did you get past the Nickelodeon censors? That's a real question.
I mean, you listen to the commentary of Ren and Stimpy, and you'll understand they were pretty harsh.
They're anal? Is that the word you're looking for?
Oh, and not just that, by the way.
They were ultra conservative.
Actually, when you look back,
listen to the commentary for Invader Zim, it's very much the same. It's like,
oh god, yeah. Well, it's funny because the commentaries from Invader Zim are great because Jonah Vasquez talks about how much shit they got away with. I remember one of the big ones was the episode with the giant hamster stomping through the city. And he's like, okay, now everybody pay close attention to just how many people actually get killed in this episode. Like, not injured, not, like, comically spun just away. They get killed. Like, dead. It's like, okay, here we go. He's stomping through the city. That guy, dead. That guy, dead. Look at that whole crowd of people, dead.
It was like that, yeah, pretty much.
And it's true, but it's because it's done in this sort of
90s
implied way, but he's like, no, there's no question that crowd of people is now dead.
It's not like G.I. Joe where like, oh no, they fell in the water. They're totally safe.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say they
500 feet.
Firing guns in boxes.
Early 2000s, but the early 90s, like maybe 92, 90 to like 93, somewhere around there. If you look at the shows that were on Nickelodeon, it's like you watch it and you go, fuck, do they even have censors?
Yeah, well, that's where Ren and Stimpy came from, was that era, and it was pretty. I mean, even censored, it's pretty off the wall and goes to some pretty dark places at times. You know, they restored some of that for the DVD set, but honestly, the vast majority of it made it through. You know,
my parents thought it was hilarious that I had a powdered toast man hat. I still have that
powdered toast man.
Powdered toast man flies backwards with his voluptuous ass cheeks.
His voluptuous ass.
Powdered toast man.
Cling tenaciously to my buttocks.
Oh, it was so wrong.
Well, that's when he rescued the Pope. So he tells the Pope to cling tenaciously to his buttocks. And he's like,
tenaciously.
Another one. Games, don't tell me that.
Oh my god, Pete would be another great fucking show that.
I just mentioned that. Black Magic Games just said Pete and Pete would be 40.
Oh god.
Yeah,
you could have
do
midlife
that?
crisis Pete and Pete.
Oh my god, they should be on the same block doing the same dumb shit at 40.
I would actually watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, doing the same dumb shit.
They would do a knockoff series called like Breaking Pete. Or it's Pete and Pete in like a Breaking Bad scenario.
Oh god.
That'd be hilarious.
Christ.
I just want to provide for my family. Oh.
Put the
Time for some
on the
racial segregation.
That was 40 years ago.
Some good so some pretty good stuff this week. Like definitely a geek explosion. Like
oh yeah,
it's been amazing. What a great week.
The cover art for the 4K ET. I know JL will want to know about that.
Oh yes,
So,
ET's getting
listen,
Ultra HD release.
I'm cool. I'm glad that it's getting a 4K release, but
But
that artwork is just like, but why? You took the original poster artwork and added a track line of Elliot and ET. But why? You didn't need to. It was good enough original as it was. Why did you need to add a track line to it? And then the other one, it might as well, like I've been calling it the Edge Enhancement Edition.
Oh god.
ET and Elliot are literally, they got like a white glow around them.
Oh, is that why
I
you
see.
call it that?
Well, that's why you were calling.
Rad.
Hold on, I'm gonna find the picture here so
I
we
just
can
had to keep
actually
it Blu-ray anyways because
show everyone what they're talking
got
about.
the book. I don't want to get rid of it.
Worm Disease says the adventures of geriatric Pete and Pete.
That could actually be pretty fun.
God.
I'm telling you,
See him trying to make Lola
dumb
dance.
shit, but they're funny.
Lola's all saggy, like.
That just make me sad. I don't know why. The one episode I remember of The Adventures of Pete and Pete when I was a kid was the episode where it was really, really hot and they felt they needed to jump across cars to get home. They felt like the floor was lava. It was the whole floor is lava episode.
Cars are more hot during the summer than the.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of the stupid part of it.
Don't question the brilliance.
That and the ever famous, you know, what I mentioned earlier, the penny on the railroad track and like his freaky like nightmares he would have of him like destroying and flipping the train because there was a penny on the railroad track.
Yeah.
My favorites were I believe it was the 4th of July episode where he got grounded. The smaller Pete got grounded and he was not allowed to go see the fireworks for 4th of July. So he starts tunneling his way out underground.
Oh my god, I don't remember that episode at all.
Okay, I found it. So so on the left you got the track line, which
What
is
that and why?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? That's not the original poster. That's a complete recreation.
That's the slip. No, it is. You're right.
And that's why they didn't want to pay the original poster artist, so they made a new poster that looks like the old poster.
So that's the slip cover, and then the actual case art has the what'd you call it? The edge enhancement edition.
Yeah.
I see. Motion blur on the left, edge enhancement on the right. So you get this weird glow around them.
So the soundtrack. Well, good for you. I don't give a fuck when the cover looks like dog shit.
Yeah,
because you don't have the fucking balls to pay the guy who fucking did the original poster.
See, I already have the soundtrack in the gift set, DVD set that I got a while back. I do kind of like this book that they're including with the design of ET. That's kind of neat. But,
I've got the digital book, and I bet it's got a lot of the same stuff.
But, yeah, honestly, probably not a double dip for me. Because I've already got several editions of ET. I'm good.
Unless it's a split box.
I'm good. Yeah.
Might double dip them.
Plus, I mean, I'm not planning to get a 4K TV anytime soon anyway, so it's really not a big incentive for me at this point in time. No, the first 4K one I pick up, just to have for when I get 4K will probably be Blade Runner, just because Blade Runner. So.
Speaking of Blade Runner, we got the first trailer the second trailer, like the full trailer.
The
Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner 2049, yes, and I'm so stoked for that movie.
It looks kind of different.
It looks completely different.
Action oriented,
yes.
but it looks cool.
But it looks, but again, it seems to be musing about what it means to be human and such, which was definitely a thematic theme.
Well,
in
like
the original thematic theme,
like
yes.
The same universe. It doesn't look like stylistically like the same. Like it looks like a more
basically it was like we have to put these action scenes in here to appease the norms.
Yeah.
So Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, the original had some action-y moments as well. Like chasing Zora through the street was a big one. The final chase with Roy Batty and such.
Crashing through the window is used in every single Blu-ray spotlight video.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, so I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I expect there's going to be a little bit of action-y-ness and a little bit of chase-ness, as long as that's not the main thing and like some big, long, drawn-out set piece or whatever. Because I mean, for Blade, the thing that I always liked with the original was it's very minimal in terms of its dialogue and story and such. It's more visual and just kind of lets you immerse yourself in that world. And the dialogue is very minimal, but what little there is thought-provoking and profound and interesting and perfectly functional. And I still get tears in my eyes at Roy's speech at the end. It's just so fucking beautiful. But every time I watch it.
Softy.
Huh?
You big softy.
Yeah, I am. I'm a big softy. What can I say? But
squishy motherfucker.
Especially beautiful without Harrison Ford narrating over it.
Yeah.
I remember when we watched that. We watched the international cut. The boys and I watched the international cut recently because I think a few of you guys had never seen it or had not seen any of the non-narration versions. Or had never seen some of the narration versions.
The work print and one other cut I haven't seen yet. I don't know.
Yeah, the work print's interesting. It's very different. There's a lot of they filmed way more than what we see on screen, so there's quite a lot of additions there. The deleted scenes compilation is worth checking out as well. It's kind of like a condensed cut, a condensed alternate cut of the movie, and includes a lot of the excised narration as well. So it actually tells you the whole frickin' story in the deleted scenes, just in a different way. But yeah, I remember when we got to that scene at the end of the international cut. Now, that was the cut that I had seen the most growing up because it was the first Laserdisc I ever bought with the Criterion edition of it. And I just watched it over and over and loved it. And when we got to that scene, there hadn't been much narration for a good chunk of the movie at that point. So we get to the end, Roy's speech, and it's just this quiet moment where Roy's dying and Deckard's watching him. And suddenly Deckard's voice comes in, "I don't know why he saved me. Maybe it was just life suddenly meant something to him. Any life, even mine. I don't know." And he just keeps babbling on about. It's like,
I'm so disinterested.
Shut up.
Poignant moment. You're ruining it.
You're really ruining this moment, big time.
He wasn't intentionally, to be fair.
That what? Sorry.
He was intentionally. He didn't want to do it. Remember?
Yeah. No, he didn't. Now, I mean, I get that some people say, well, I kind of like the narration because it's like those old detective movies where they'd be narrating. It's like, yeah, I get that. But it's just so bad.
Yeah, like, oh, it's a reference to noir movies. Yeah, but there were so many other references to noir movies in this movie that you didn't necessarily need that. And not every noir movie had that.
Yeah.
And when they did have that, it was usually something that you heard before everything else, a la Sunset Boulevard, where you see the guy dead and he's posthumously talking to you about how it happened.
Yeah. So it'd be like just the intro and maybe a couple times throughout the movie, but not constantly. Anus Trumpet says Blade Runner is better with a laugh track. I agree.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Wait, what? Okay.
Yes. Major Matoka, yes, I know. He says, speaking of first 4K film being Blade Runner, the Blade Runner Final Cut is coming out on 4K UHD. Yes, I know. That's why I mentioned it, because I knew that was coming. But great stuff. Oh, it's not last week. A couple weeks ago, Rosie and I watched the original Tron. She had never seen the whole thing for the first time. We watched it for the first time. She'd never seen the whole thing. She'd just seen a few clips from it, and it was when she was really little, so she didn't really remember much. She absolutely loved it. Loved all the old school CG and everything, and the humor, and Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner and everything. And then yesterday we watched Tron Legacy, and holy crap! Like I have rarely seen her so enraptured by a movie. Like at one point in the middle, she had to pee, so she gets up, grabs the controller, and pauses. She's saying, "I have to go pee, but I'm pausing because I don't want to miss a second of this frickin' movie." She runs off and pees, comes back, but she was just like blown away. Like every time there'd be some new vehicle or new kind of suit or just something, like she was just totally taken in by the spectacle. So that might be the next Rosie and Daddy review. Is kind of where I'm going with this. She asked if we could do that, and I said, yeah, sure. Everybody loved the other one, so I'm sure they'd be down with hearing what you thought of the two Tron movies there. So I mentioned that there's an animated series as well, Tron Uprising. She wants to check that out too, so we'll probably watch that at some point too.
When I saw Tron Legacy in theaters, I was probably acting exactly like Rosie. I was just beaming in high mind.
It was
mostly because for two reasons. One, I hadn't seen a Tron movie in like 15 years.
Yeah.
And two, it had at the time I was super into Daft Punk.
Okay.
So hearing the entire Daft Punk soundtrack just blasting through theater speakers.
Oh man.
I was trying not to wet my pants the entire time.
It's such a good soundtrack.
And the fact that it's just a feast for the eyes, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's just like, I mean, and it's great because the original was very much a feast for the eyes with the technology of the time. And then this one is also that with the technology now. So it's like both of them using the cutting edge effects technology to create this world.
This eye-gas movie.
It's just fantastic, and I also I love that Tron Legacy is a proper continuation with like tons of callbacks to the original. Like it's a proper sequel. It's like it's just 30 years later, you know, or whatever it was. But yeah, and she didn't know who Daft Punk was, and I was like, I'm sure you've probably heard some of their music before, you just don't know the name. So, and I pointed out their cameo in the movie as well when they're at Zeus's place. It's like, oh yeah, the guy's DJing. That's Daft Punk right there. They're like, oh cool. They're like robot guys.
I think the first words out of my mouth when I saw them, I'm like, oh, they're sound cards.
But
they're audio devices.
So as soon as the movie was over, she ran off to her laptop, found like a playlist of the soundtrack on YouTube, and bookmarked it.
which I think we all did for the course of like 6 months after the movie.
I bought the soundtrack. I was like, I gotta own this shit.
I still to this day want that fucking vinyl.
Mm.
Oh my God. I have a small bit of a story to tell.
Oh, okay.
I went into an interview for Digital Trends back after that, right after that movie came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get the job, obviously, but I vividly remember right before the interview started, somebody had left their door open and they were cranking Daft Punk I was like, nice. I work here.
I relate to this.
Walk in, you just hear D-Res playing over here. Like, yep, I'll be over here. But so speaking of Daft Punk, I've been very proud to be a Daft Punk fan over the last 4 or 5 years. I have to admit, all of the mainstream press that they've been getting.
I've actually always liked them. The first thing I ever heard of theirs was kind of their, I think it was one of their first big breakthrough things, was Da Funk, which was the one about well, the music video anyway is the one about the dog in the city. It's like a humanoid dog, and he's just kind of, you know.
Oh yeah.
Trying to. It's a great, simple, funky song, and I really dug the music, and I really like the sort of offbeat music video about this dog person just trying to cope in the big city, you know.
my final stamp of approval of from that point forward, I was going to be a hardcore Daft Punk fan till the day I die. It was when I found out my very first album that I listened to was Discovery, ironically. And then I found out that they made an entire anime movie based off of that Discovery album.
Oh wow, I did not know.
And I think you've seen it. We've watched it. I think it's called Interstellar 999.
555.
Is it 555? I'm sorry, I was looking at Galaxy Express.
Yeah, that one's 999.
Hold on, let me go to it real quick. Entertainment movies. Where is it? It's Interstellar. I know that. It's Interstellar 5555. That's the name of the movie.
Okay, that does sound vaguely familiar, actually.
This movie has no voice lines.
It's just all music.
Is literally the entirety of the Discovery soundtrack from beginning to end in the form of a movie. It just goes from one track to the next. It's
like an extended music video.
Like a feature-length music video.
Yeah, and this is the movie where they got the One More Time music video from. Where they're all dancing on the stage. Yeah. It's from that movie.
Okay. Well, now I really want to see that.
It's classic. It's a load of fun to watch.
Might have to.
You just like turn on the movie and then just crank your stereo.
I'm sure the neighbors will love that.
Blasting throughout the entire movie.
It's like, normally I'd be mad, but you're blasting Daft Punk, so you're okay.
That's how it actually works in real life.
That's right. Every time. Oh, Major Madoka says
people next door being like, "Why did you get a drop of water in our hot tub?"
555 Secret Story of the Star System.
Yep.
Major Matoko says Interstellar 5555 is available on Blu-ray
for $34.
Ouch. Well, I find the sort of specialty ones, like the music ones, tend to be a little more pricey a lot of the time because they're kind of a little more niche.
The amazing thing is, it actually has, like, when you watch it, you realize that it's a cohesive story.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a full-on story. You know, and you start to like connect with these characters, and you're noting that they're not saying any of these characters' names. You don't know a single character's name.
You just know them from how they look.
Yeah, how they look, what they're doing, and their emotions, and like what's happening. And
excellent. Well, I am definitely intrigued. I am going to have to check that one out now.
I wanted to tell you about something else that got announced.
Something else. Turtles related.
Yeah, I wrote about it actually, but I just Kevin Eastman is doing a new graphic novel, kickstarting it. The Kickstarter starts on August 1st, but it's called Drawing Blood, and I just wanted to read the synopsis to you because I want to know if this sounds familiar to you, and honestly, if you can detect a little shade in there that he might be throwing.
Okay.
In 1992, Shane Bookman and his brother Paul released their scrappy indie creation on the unsuspecting comic book universe, the radically rearranged Ronin Ragdolls. To their great surprise, everyone went wild for the adventures of 3 feline katana-wielding mutant cats, and a multi-million-dollar franchise was born.
Uh-huh.
After more than a decade and a half of global success, comics, action figures, movies, and just about anything else you could sell with a ragdoll on it, the creatures the creators imploded. Too young and too naive to know how to handle the sudden pressures of wealth and fame, they split up, and the franchise eventually sold. Now Brooks is hitting his 40s. His money is all gone, his artistic inspiration tapped out, and his very life in danger from the loan sharks his crooked business partner failed to tell him about before he committed suicide.
Wow.
It's hard enough to recover from catastrophic encounter with the hit-and-run driver called Early Success without having to worry about killers chasing you all over town. It sounds interesting. It also sounds like somebody's actual life story, doesn't it?
It does kind of. I don't know who that could be making reference to.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A little obscure, I think. Wow. So that's it. That's interesting. And what is this called?
Drawing Blood.
Drawing Blood. So, I'm not sure what to say about that, to be honest. Like,
you're just like, what exactly is he trying to say with that?
Well, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I don't. Why would you write that? Like,
exactly.
What is the purpose here?
Write your life story. I get, like, write what you know and everything, but isn't that a little too close to? I don't know.
Sorry, who wrote it?
I don't know, Judge. Kevin Eastman.
Oh, well, what the fuck?
Did Kevin Eastman actually run for his life from loan sharks?
Okay, see, no. I thought there was
not quite that. It's not quite his life story now, is it?
Sorry, I missed
semi-autobiographical.
I missed the Kevin Eastman part. I thought it was just some random jackoff from nowhere wrote this book to take a jab at the Ninja Turtles franchise, but no, it's one half of the man himself.
I love what he did with his partner, though. His partner, who apparently got him in trouble with loan sharks, and then committed suicide.
Yeah, is there a little bad blood there? That's
pretty sure.
Like, seriously, what the fuck does Kevin Eastman have to complain about? He's got a hot wife, and he runs Heavy Metal magazine. Like, come on.
I don't think he's complaining. I think he's just,
bitter about something.
Maybe about how they broke up there.
Okay.
But
I don't know. That seems very strange to me.
It also seems interesting. Like, I want to read that. I want to see if there's anything I can dig into there. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to, and then you're going to have to write one whale of an article about it. Kevin Eastman has gone insane by Justin Wren.
I don't think I can write that.
What happens when Kevin Eastman does all of the drugs?
He's too old for that now.
Yeah.
I think he's just
kind of old for drugs. I'm sorry.
He's just old and bitter, like
when he injects the marijuana.
He injects.
Never too old for drugs, bro.
So the question then is, what is he on?
Hey, there's a good deal. All four seasons of Yu Yu Hakusho on Blu-ray for $140. That's a deal.
Nice. Friggin' get that. About Simpsons returning to DVD.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's interesting that they originally took them off the market, like saying we're not going to make any more DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
But they never actually fully took the DVDs off the market, right?
No, the existing
ones that existed were kept on the market and kept selling, which I guarantee you is why they decided, you know what, we're still making money off of this. We might as well. I think that what they were thinking was that the physical market was dying off and the digital market was gaining traction.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought that it would die off enough that they wouldn't be able to make enough money off of the DVDs. But the physical market hasn't died off the way that they thought it would.
Stabilized instead. I think it stabilized at a point like now it's a niche market, but it exists.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
and you
there's
still
a lot.
Have to make.
And they're like, oh, maybe they'll actually start reissuing some of their movies now because a lot of them have gone out of print on Blu-ray. Are expensive. Anyway, that was all. That'd be great.
Here in Indiana, I wish they'd bring that back. That'd be kind of cool.
Erie, Indiana. You know what I wish they would do? Is, we got a lovely DVD set of the original series, which I watched this past Halloween. Great show that I love to revisit, by the way. So much fun. I wish we'd get a set of the second series they did, Erie, Indiana, The Other Dimension. Because,
different right folder, probably.
Yeah, well, a different studio as well, I think. But, like, I mean, it definitely lacked the sort of bite of the original. Like, the original had a kind of a dark edge to it that I really liked, and the second one is definitely watered down, but still fun. Like, it still had that Erie, Indiana flavor to it, and some really fun, stories. So it would be great to see that one. I have them all on VHS, and I think I digitized all of them a while back, but so I have a set of it from my own diligence, but it'd be nice to have a proper, like, nice set of it, put next to the original on my shelf. Oh, well.
Did you want to talk about the Doctor?
Oh, my God. Holy shit, that's some pretty big news.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, we got a
We are failures in
yeah, so the 13th Doctor was announced this week, and the internet exploded.
I laughed heartily at those stupid idiots.
You'll recall last week, Sean here said that, no, there's no way they're going to make the Doctor.
Well, no, hold on. Now, specifically what I was saying was, okay, they've been talking about, Time Lords being able to change sex when they regenerate if they want to, or if it's just something that they don't have control over it, and that's just how it goes. There have been other Time Lords in the new series that have changed sex when they've regenerated, so they've firmly established that as a thing that can happen, whether it's by choice or not. Now, my thinking was, though, because of what I had heard from the BBC recently, was that they would most likely do it at some point. I just didn't think it was going to be this time. I thought this time would be like another young, good-looking guy to try to recapture that demographic that they feel they lost with Peter Capaldi, and then maybe the next one would be the first female Doctor. But surprise! I guess they decided to take a chance after all. See, I was under the impression that the BBC was going to be playing it safe this time. That's basically like what the rumblings that I was hearing. But no, they decided to take a chance and go with the female Doctor after all. And people have not been letting me breathe without saying, "But you said they never would." It's like, well, I was wrong. It happens.
You were wrong.
I was wrong.
First, Sean admitted he was wrong about something.
I will be.
You can also go back about 2 years to SNI, in which he was like, "The Doctor can never be a woman. He had to
never happen ever. You're all idiots."
See, now here's and Sean here has grown as a human being.
Yes. Well, and the other thing is, you have to understand how long I've been a Doctor Who fan, and how long I've been hearing this. Oh, he could regenerate into a woman this time. They've literally been saying that since Tom Baker regenerated into Peter Davison, Doctor number 4, ladies and gentlemen. They've been saying it since then. And even Sidney Newman, the original creator of Doctor Who, has said that was a possibility. So, as far back as 1986, so I guess that was around the time the 5th Doctor was regenerating into the 6th. But so it's always kind of been hanging there in the air. It was just a matter of whether or not they would do it, and if they did, is it just going to be a gimmick, or is it going to be because they want to legitimately take things in a different direction? So they have done, they had a pretty major character from Doctor Who come back in the recent seasons as a woman, like had regenerated from a man to a woman, and honestly, fantastic. The actress they got to play this character was amazing, and the thing that really worked was you still saw echoes of the past selves there. Like, this was undeniably the same character, but fresh and different at the same time, as any new, doctor or what have you should be. So my hope is that my concern is that I really don't want them to focus on the fact that, she's a woman, blah, blah, blah. I used to be a man, blah, now I'm a woman. Like, just have a couple throwaway lines if you really want to address that because you think your audience doesn't have eyes. But do what you've always done with Doctor Who. Just focus on the stories and the characters. Make it something interesting and fun.
Look, if you got shot in the gut, fell over, stood up, and you had tits, I'm going to be like, dude, that's kind of rad, but like.
Well, yeah, but you're not.
Right?
You're not going to obsess over it for years. You're going to
no. It'd be like that one episode.
It's not going to be a whole episode.
It'd be a running gag in like the first episode.
Exactly. Like have a few gags in the first episode, just kind of
That's rad.
Have some fun with it, but
have the guy going.
I just be like, holy crap! Oh god, who knew they'd be so big?
I'm so front heavy.
Why is my chest hurting when I run?
No, I fully expect the doctor, someone to ask her about it and then be like, what is it with you people and gender anyways? I never understood.
Actually, they did. They did address that. Let me see if I'll find the exact line
he said
here.
That once in another episode or something, right?
There was actually the 12th Doctor had a line about that.
Yeah. What is up with you people and your gender? Jesus Christ.
Gender.
Like that, but...
Let me just see here and see if I can find it.
Probably gonna be harder to find out.
Specific line. No, it's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah, but now there's a million people pissed off about this whole thing. It's gonna be hard.
I know it's ridiculous.
Something on my Facebook feed that came up. It was a mention about the new Doctor being female. All I did was go into the comments and just leave this exact line every time. It says, "Well, I guess we'll see who the real Doctor Who fans are, won't we?" And that's all. That's all I post. I just wanted to poke the bear so many times. Because there were so many comments in there like, "Well, I've been a fan since the '70s. You officially lost a fan. I will never watch this show ever again."
Oh,
blah 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 blah. And it's just like, well,
you said that.
Yeah.
Who's the real fan? Oh, you'll be back. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll go back and rewatch it later and realize you're an asshole. So shut up. Because it'll still be just as good as every other fucking Doctor Who. Because it's an excellent show that has been excellent for decades. So there.
Oh yeah, I know, and it's like,
what the fuck, guys?
Well, and the pretty logical counter argument is Doctor Who has always been a show about change, and about change being an integral part of it. I mean, the lead actor changes every few years, and this has been established as the norm. Now, I was thinking about it, like, how much more exciting is regeneration time going to be now? Because literally anybody could be the Doctor now.
My girlfriend's daughter said, "You mean, Mommy, I can be the Doctor now?" Yes!
There you go.
Success! Fandom win! That's what you want. You want anybody to believe they can be the Doctor because the Doctor's cool. Think about superheroes. You don't have to change superhero genders because then anybody could be like, well, what if I had superpowers?
Oh, here it is.
A little different, you know?
Here it is.
Mix up the characters, yeah.
So, Doctor's recent companion, he's having a conversation with one of his recent companions. So it's the Doctor and Bill is the companion who's a lesbian woman. So, the Doctor says, "She was my first friend, always so brilliant from the first day at the Academy, so fast, so funny. She was my man crush." And Bill says, "I'm sorry?" "Yeah, I think she was a man back then. I'm fairly sure that I was too. It was a long time ago, though." And Bill says, "So the Time Lord's bit flexible on the whole man-woman thing then, yeah?" And the Doctor says, "We're the most civilized civilization in the universe. We're billions of years beyond your petty human obsession with gender and its associated stereotypes." And Bill says, but just let me fucking finish.
I thought you were done.
I'm not finished. I've got to learn when a dramatic pause versus finished.
I can't tell because I just hear a voice.
Okay. And Bill says, "But you still call yourself Time Lords." The Doctor says, "Yeah, shut up." Now I'm done.
And Man in Prime Prime says, in Hellbent, when the male general regenerated into a female general, she said back to normal. So they do identify with gender, but it's not a hang-up for them, Manic.
No.
It's what he's trying to point out. It's like, oh.
Yeah, well, see,
right.
I know what the doctor is saying there is they're not obsessed with gender like we are. It's just, I mean, they still obviously distinguish.
Maybe they have a preferred one still.
You know? Isn't there a Tom Baker line where he mentions something about how when he just in a line when he's talking, he mentions about when he regenerates that he hopes he or she will be as good as he is or something like that, or just
that's where it all started. That's where the whole thing started. It was actually
it's been around for a while. You're right.
They had not sort of decided. They had not announced who the fifth Doctor was going to be. They were still casting, and yes, Tom Baker had said that. I'll see if I can find that quote actually, because I just posted it on my page recently.
I love Tom Baker so fucking much.
But it's funny because he had said it kind of as a joke, but then it got people thinking.
Good. Like, yeah, it was said as a joke, but why would he say that?
And and also
that's the other question.
I mean, I think he's a man of the world and such, and was probably, half serious about it as well. It's like he doesn't care, just as long as it's someone interesting who does something interesting with the. Yeah, here it is.
You should do the character. It's all masking.
So actually, the BBC Doctor Who page posted kind of a timeline of like, hey, this has been around for a while. So it says, I'll just read this here. Back in 1980, when Tom Baker had announced he was leaving the role of the Fourth Doctor, the actor told assembled journalists, quote, "I wish my successor, whoever he or she might be, the best of luck," end quote. Though Baker was indeed jesting at this point, then producer John Nathan Turner ran with this in the media to provoke press interest. However, on a more serious note, Sidney Newman, a man hugely responsible for bringing Doctor Who to the screen in 1963, recommended a female doctor to the then BBC chairman Michael Grade in 1986. Newman wrote, quote, "At a later stage, Doctor Who should be metamorphosed into a woman," end quote. The Canadian producer also stated he wanted to avoid a flashy Hollywood Wonder Woman because this kind of heroine with no flaws is a bore. That's kind of funny with Wonder Woman being such a huge hit right now. Over
1 cup of coffee,
So over 30 years ago, even Doctor Who's co-creator wanted a gender change for the lead role.
There you go, guys.
So there you go.
And I think maybe thinking about it with the whole what he said there with the whole Wonder Woman heroine character that would be kind of a bore. Maybe this time now was the perfect time to do it because now we're starting to fall into the more just strong, independent female leads instead of just them having to be Wonder Woman. They just could just be strong female leads.
Yeah, for sure.
Back then, that's kind of all that it was.
You look at the recent Star Wars movies, and you look at.
So maybe that was their reasoning behind finally going to a female doctor.
Yeah.
Also, it's good press. Let's just be honest here. Really good.
It fits
There's nothing wrong with pointing out there's good press, but it's definitely good press.
It got everybody in the world talking about the show. So
and it's positive
that's
light.
my theory behind it.
It's a positive light for equality. So they're pushing gender equality, which is great. And anyone criticizing them immediately looks like a villain. So it's like. You win. You totally win this. It's like it's the king of the hill. Like they're trying to charge up a very big hill.
Yeah.
Have fun dying on that hill, boys.
So and it's kind of funny. It's like the same thing I see with every regeneration. It's like, oh, I don't like this person. I'm never watching the show again. Oh, or when they change showrunners, I don't like this guy who's the showrunner now. I'm never watching it again. And you know what? They always come back. Always.
They always go back and rewatch that shit and realize they were dumb.
Yes.
They come back 5 years later and, post, oh, I've never watched this show again. Well, we thought you stopped watching it 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's like, okay, bye. We'll see you in 5 years when you'll have 5 years of shows to catch up on. Happy binging then when you come to your senses.
You know how many times I said I'm going to stop watching wrestling? Do you know?
Yep.
At least twice a year.
That's never going to happen.
No. I say it all the time, and I do stop for I'm never watching WWE again. Longest I've gone was 2 years.
Until next week.
Yeah. The next pay-per-view, and then I'm like, oh, that was a really good match. Fuck.
Fine, you got me back. This time.
Yeah, it's just it comes and goes, man. You know, when you get a show that goes on long enough, you're gonna not connect with the character at some point. You need to step away, take a break, and that's what happened with like Walking Dead. I was like, I can't really identify any of these characters anymore. I'm gonna walk away right now.
Manic Prime says, well, the reactions aren't any different to crapping on Capaldi because he's older than Matt Smith. You know what's funny, speaking of that, is I remember when Christopher Eccleston was leaving and David Tennant was announced as the new Doctor, people were saying, what? He's too young.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God, people.
I mean,
you just live to hate everything, don't you? Like,
no, it's because every section, every different version, permutation has a fan base that hates the opposite thing, and they're gonna be vocal when they get hated. So there's always gonna be a complainer because someone's gonna be not happy. You can't please everyone, you know.
Now, my take on it is very simple. Just generally, is I have yet to be disappointed by a casting decision for the lead character in Doctor Who. Like, I mean, that is obviously a role that they consider very sacred and take a lot of care in choosing who's going to take it on for the next 3 years or whatever.
Let's say, like, Idris Elba should be James Bond.
And Idris Elba's awesome.
Yeah, great Bond.
He was in the running for the Doctor last time, actually.
Yeah, he would have been an awesome Doctor too.
He would have been amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
But
the point is, I've never been disappointed. So, having been a long-time fan and been through so many regenerations, it's a bittersweet thing for me to obviously see someone that you've come to really enjoy leave. But then it's also tinged with excitement seeing what the new person's going to bring to it. So, I mean, it's really not any different for me, really, because, okay, the Doctor's a woman now, let's see what they do. Let's have some fun with it and, you know, just bring me more good, fun Doctor Who that I've enjoyed for 30 years, and I'll be happy, you know. The funny thing is, there was actually a fan film series that was quite highly regarded, done back in the 80s, like, you know, filmed on VHS with no budget during the Wilderness years, which featured a female Doctor. And it is largely regarded as one of the best-made fan series from that era. Yeah, so something to think about. Everybody knows, of course, the comic relief sketch, which briefly had Joanna Lumley as the Doctor. And needless to say, being Joanna Lumley and a comic relief sketch, there was a lot of references to tits and whatnot in there, but and somewhat raunchy, but good wholesome fun. So I don't know.
I saw a fun little meme picture.
It's like, it's fine if it's a fan film or if it's comedy, but if it's real, I'm not watching anymore.
Okay, it's raunchy stuff, too.
All right. Well, you didn't have any problem with that other character becoming a woman. You kept watching then. It's like, yeah, but that was that other character. That's different. No, not really.
Well, good. Get out of here. We don't want you. If you're going to be a negative Nancy, we don't want you.
It's like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Go take a breath of fresh air. You need a break from the series. It's fine.
I actually had
take a break. Don't blame it on the show. Blame it on you. And
I actually had.
You're not a real fan. It's all right.
I actually had a viewer say. I actually had a viewer say on the Rosie Reacts to the 13th Doctor video. There was some interesting comments on that, shall we say. If you are okay with a female Doctor, you are not a true fan of Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. Rosie.
And
awesome.
My response was, actually, your opinion does not dictate who is or isn't a true fan. Which I thought was a very civil response, might I add. I could have been much nastier, but...
That is so hard for so many people to figure out, and it's one of those things that I feel like should be a part of growing up.
And you didn't... And by the way, you didn't insult him. You didn't say his opinion.
Not the fucking fact. You know?
You didn't say his opinion was wrong or anything. You just said that your opinion doesn't dictate who or who isn't a fan.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they can't have that opinion, but you're just saying like that's the obvious statement of not really.
It's your opinion.
If you don't like something, that doesn't mean that nobody else can like it.
Exactly.
And that's it exactly. Yeah.
You're not an authority, and you probably never will be with that kind of attitude.
No. But now, to that particular person's credit, he did respond and said and apologized for that comment and said he wrote that when he was angry and wasn't thinking, and in actuality he was willing to give it a chance. So I don't know. I think some people are not necessarily sexist or misogynistic. They're just a little confused. You know.
Well, yeah, confused. And the thing is, confusion is actually registered in the brain as pain, so it's like they're hurt. So when you confuse someone, it's like you're hurting them.
Yeah.
So that's why when you confuse somebody with like something,
how do people react when they're hurt? They
react with a knee jerk because it feels like hurt to their brain, and they don't understand that.
Yeah.
And so once you understand simply that when you're confused, that's why you lash out like that. Is you can then make amends by apologizing to people for like, oh, I was just being a shitty person. I was confused. I apologize. You know.
And it's totally okay to admit when you're being a shitty person.
Yeah.
You don't have to be embarrassed. Everyone's a shithead at some point.
Yeah, everyone fucks up. Everyone fucks up.
Yeah.
Gandhi probably slapped a bitch. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Reaction. Like, oh, Jesus. Like, you know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, just
me,
like to interrupt briefly for a moment, I would like to welcome the lovely Nicole to the chat.
Hi, Nicole.
Here as Apothic Rain. Greetings, Apothic Rain, and welcome. Glad you could join us, even if only in text form.
Hello.
Way to call out a lurker. God.
Well, I was just...
You're not supposed to do that on Twitch.
Yeah, you're not. It's actually really not.
No, she actually just messaged me, so... Yeah.
Fine. You should just know this for the future.
And besides, I want the internet to get to know how wonderful she is. So, awesome. So I was just telling the world all about our video, which they'll get to see soonish.
But you figure out how to fix the problems.
I think I figured it out. There were some issues with the focus in the video, so what I did was I made it worse, which makes it better. So
excellent.
I just added a shit ton of basically film grain and sharpening and de-sharpening and just image processing through a cheese grater.
Lens flare.
So I'll just put so much other crap on the screen that it'll be completely distracting that the focus is slightly off.
Hey, it works for Michael Bay. No,
just random explosions.
You can constantly shake the camera. Like you're in an earthquake room.
That's right.
Knows how to focus too much shaking all the time. Hard cuts, like quick cuts, like 4-second like cuts, so they can't focus long enough.
That's right.
I was going to share the meme picture thing here. It's literally just a picture of Zelda, but the quote here is what gets me. First a female Jedi, then a female Ghostbusters, now female Doctor Who. What's next? A female Zelda?
Yeah. Whoever said that needs to punch the
Was that a legitimate complaint? Like, not a joke?
No, it's a joke.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Oh, thank you.
A female Zelda.
Really?
She's always pretty cute.
Right back.
Yeah. By the way, I have no pickups this week.
I have 10 things to show. 3 actual pickups.
Awesome. That's why I haven't mentioned pickups, because I have none.
And there's been plenty to talk about anyway. It's like,
like
SDCC.
I said, it's been a pretty good week for Geek.
Well, except for one thing. I guess a couple. I know George Romero was more than it was more than a week ago, right?
Yeah.
But it still hit me, man. I'm still upset about that. That man had more movies in it.
We lost John Hurd today.
Yeah, that's
who has been in quite a lot of films, especially in the 80s and 90s.
Most people remember him from Home Alone, I'm sure.
Most people remember him from Home Alone. I remember him from a few different things that I don't remember. But he was 71. Was the cancer monster. Claims another one. So, sucks. In good news, though, apparently they have isolated the cause of fibromyalgia this week.
Yay!
Which is a pretty big deal, because I know a
God.
lot of people who suffer or have suffered from it in the past. One of which being my ex, actually, who was recently diagnosed with it and suddenly realized what the source of a lot of her pains were. It's like, oh, so it's actually a thing that I have. Okay, well, now I know. And so that's pretty big news, because, I mean, a lot of people have suffered with that to various extents, and it could mean that a cure is possible now that they've found the cause of it. So that's fantastic. So I'm very happy for all those that I know that have had that for so long.
Yeah, that's really cool.
No, Duncan, not John Hurt. John Hurt actually died a few months ago, and I'm pretty sure we talked about that then. This was John Hurd today.
Oh, yeah.
Very sorry about that. Like, now, in addition to John Hurd, you also have to deal with just finding out that John Hurd is also gone.
Oh, yeah, sorry if you didn't actually know that. That was kind of a heartless way of me to say that.
What the fuck, man?
Fuck me. What an asshole.
Anyways.
Sorry.
I have 3 pickups.
Excellent.
My Kino
Eric?
Lorber. I bought a bunch of stuff from Kino Lorber and a bunch of stuff from Arrow. Also,
Nice.
for my detractors out there who are like, oh, you should have bought the sent stuff with the money and get the stuff in the storage. I got like 6 boxes coming next week. So like
There you go.
Anyway.
And I'm pretty sure he did use the storage money to get storage stuff from storage. So
And then after that, I'll have 7 boxes left in storage.
kind of the main
all of them comics.
goal. Yeah, well, since you guys only have pickups, I'm going to grab some popcorn while I watch you guys do your pickups. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
All right.
We'll split off my balls.
Back, hurting, pain.
Got you in
I
my
hate to sit on a better chair.
I've got you in my sight.
Push it onto the pants.
I guess we'll start with... Did you have anything this week, Garbage Gamer?
Nope.
All right, so it's a 2-man show here. You guys want to draw straws and see who goes first?
How many you got, Justin?
I have. Well, I'm almost. I'm only going to show like 8. But yeah.
I'll go first.
Well, you said you had 10. What are you holding out on us, man?
You don't even want to know. Ugh.
That good, eh?
Fine, I'll probably show them. Okay.
So Stout then?
21 limbs. Look at that.
All right.
Yes, I should go first, and then Stout.
Stout it is.
No, what?
No,
No,
you said.
I should go first.
Yeah,
I
he
should go
has
Hold on.
3.
And for some reason,
Hey,
he
hey,
was
hey.
fucking up. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, you
yeah.
have 3, you said?
I have 3, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm just getting my go-to snacks.
Is that at the dollar store? Was that at the dollar store?
Yes. Okay, I'm done. I've had my fun.
Okay, good. All right. So now, that I patiently waited in silence, first up is a double feature that was on sale for, I'm assuming it's on sale for $10 because word got around that the masters on these Fu Manchu double features is not very good. Because they look like they're DVD masters plopped on a Blu-ray. But they're entirely watchable, they're just not as good as they maybe could have been. And it may not have been Blue Underground's fault, but they just charge $30 normally for a Blu-ray set. Now that they were charging 10 for a while there to try to sell these off, I think. But yeah, I had these on DVD. I don't have them anymore, so I'm glad to have them back anyway. There were 2 movies that fell off the back of a truck at some point. It was a whole bunch of movies in a box. It's just that was part of that box, along with my Sword and the Sorcerer, which is like $100 DVD. I have a bootleg of it now. It's no big deal.
Fuck. That really needs a Blu-ray. Like, what the fuck? Why do we not have that?
Rights issues, I think.
God damn it.
Same reason why we don't have Martin and Dawn of the Dead. The producer wants too much fucking money.
Oh! Yeah, I want those.
Alright, next up we have a Video Master on Blu-ray. That's Victims, which is another slasher video title. Now, I guess the film elements are lost for this one, so it's just a beta SP master.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Crazy.
But it's on Blu-ray, so it's a lasting medium. Good stuff. I haven't watched it yet. It's quite terrible, but it's like $10.
Cool.
Would you say Blu-ray is a cool medium?
What?
Yeah.
More stable?
Yeah, that's where the medium cool. That's where that came from. The phrase cool medium. Sorry.
Okay.
Third moment. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
That was like. All right. Anyway, so on to the rest of us. I backed the Kickstarter from Anime Ego, and it finally came in. Writing Bean.
Nice.
And this comes with a patch.
Oh,
pretty
cool.
rad. It comes with a poster, a Writing Bean poster here, which also has my name in the credits on the back under skin slip, because that's how I get my credited as.
Nice.
That? And
I
then
remember if I've actually seen that.
Exclusive comic thing that I don't want to unfold. It's exclusive. It also came with a corrected disc because this is the DVD disc art.
Oh.
It's actually a Blu-ray. It just didn't get the DVD disc art, so I just kept that one. Like they just sent it out to the backers with the movie in the cardboard sleeve sealed from the factory, so I left it sealed from the factory. I'm just gonna use the DVD art one. It doesn't really matter to me.
Weird.
I have a backup now. Just put it in storage.
I can't remember if I actually. That's a movie, right? It's not a series.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's
that's
a movie.
what I thought.
No, there's a in the same universe, same creator, Gunsmith Cats had an OVA series, which I hear is on the horizon from Anime Ego also. And if they do a Kickstarter, I'll probably back that.
Nice.
Because that's another, I'm a big fan of Sonata Kenichi, his production. So anyway, that's it. That's everything.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've actually.
Sorry.
I can't remember if I actually seen Writing Bean. I remember seeing the trailers for it all the time, and I always wanted to check it out. But
I
I don't
got
remember
this
if I ever
Captain
did.
America fidget spinner, which is cool.
Can you give it a spin for us? See how it goes.
So this side you can't tell it's spinning, but this side's like a pinwheel.
Spiral.
There you go.
You are being hypnotized.
That's everything.
That's a pretty cool fidget spinner.
Yeah, it was $3 on Amazon. Like, all right. I basically threw down my order of Victims. I was like, all right, fine.
Why not?
Fine. Spent $13 instead of $10. Like, whatever.
It's cooler than my now halfway broken Ninja Turtles one, by far.
Yeah, you can get. That's the cheap Chinese ones you can get for $4 or $5 from Walmart.
Yep. All right.
All right, Dad, you ready?
A few of those.
All right. So, first, I'm going to show you the stuff that my brother gave me. Basically, he is no longer really into physical media, more into digital media, mostly because of the way that, my nieces and nephews growing up didn't really know how to take care of physical media. So,
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
you're going to see some fairly disturbing things here.
You're going to see Collector Gore in a minute.
Collector Gore. So I already have this movie, which is the main reason I won't be taking it. But the other reason is it's covered in disgusting crap.
Oh, God.
What the hell?
How?
How does this stuff even
You can
happen?
probably clean that.
Well, it's cardboard, though, so it'll be kind of hard to do.
Yeah, it's not a DVD case. It's cardboard. The digipack.
I like the movie.
It's a good
Unbreakable.
movie.
It's great.
I need to see that one again.
It's basically what I said in the video. Like, it's a good movie. He also gave me Vampire Hunter D, the special edition.
Nice. That's the one I have.
I've never actually seen this before, so
What?
cool opportunity to do
You've
that.
never seen it?
Nope.
I want to watch it with you the first time you watch it.
Okay.
I love that movie.
And okay, save these for last. Disney Infinity 2.0. It's a defunct online game, like no longer, active. But you can
Awesome.
still play certain aspects of it, I think.
Yeah, you can play there's a single player campaign and stuff. Like Skylanders type stuff.
I was like, yeah, I'll take that. X-Men 2.
Yay.
I didn't have this one yet, and this will just get me to get the first one, which I also don't have, and
That one's great.
don't have the first two. I don't want the third one, so Yeah. Of course, this one's like the cover's a little stained. I don't know if you can tell. Whatever.
X2 is awesome.
Ponyo. I already have Ponyo, so I probably won't keep this. The slip cover's in kind of crappy condition, but
that's unfortunate.
Maybe I'll sell it for my brother or something. Anyways, here we get onto the gore. So this is a rare out-of-print steelbook. Disney, no less.
$80, $60 steelbook it used to be. I think it's cheaper now.
Like, it's between $50 and $100 on Amazon if it's like in half of decent condition. And this, you'd be lucky to get $5 for it. It's Beauty and the Beast steelbook.
Oh.
I have to show you the damage here.
Oh my god! No!
Right? Isn't that the worst?
How does that even happen? It's a steelbook. Like,
somebody dropped it, I assume. At some point. But yeah,
dropped it.
It's all scratched and everything. It's not the best quality condition, but I don't care. The disc
clean up a little bit.
Yeah, the disc is in good condition. All the discs, in fact. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep this. There's a story behind it. I could be like, if the kids ever ask, how did they get so damaged? It's your fault.
You did it. You.
But I think the coolest thing that he included with all these is this one right here. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty
cool.
Steelbook,
and
with a slipcover?
Not steelbook with a slipcover?
That's fucking nice. And it's not damaged? That's a really good score then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little dirty, but this is one you can definitely clean.
Oh, yeah. That's very nice. That's a good score there.
Yep. So, yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
Oh, nice.
That was it for the stuff he gave me, but then I got some stuff of my own. This one I waited like 3 weeks for. Finally came in.
I need to get that.
When I was a kid, I didn't really like this, but I figured now that I know a little bit more about noir, I should probably check it out.
Oh, it's amazing, dude. It's like a comic book movie, and it's like dressed like a goddamn comic.
It's like a living comic. It's like a living Sunday comic. Yeah, it looks. I mean, the visuals in that are just, and the makeup are just fantastic.
Yeah, and it's a kids movie in which you can see Madonna's boobs in it.
Another comic movie, Howard the Duck.
Best 80s movie ever.
Hey, that's a kids movie in which you can see a duck's boobs in it.
Censored.
I have that
weird thing about it, isn't it? It's like this is totally a kids or / family movie, but then there's all this raunchy stuff happening in it.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
And then last I got TerrorVision and Video Dead.
Now we all have that one.
So good. TerrorVision, so good. I discovered that with Sean, actually. We did a commentary.
Less than $9 on Amazon, so if you don't already have it.
Now, Skin Slip, had you seen that before when we watched? No. I thought, oh, you hadn't.
No,
I thought you had.
Maybe I had, but I don't think I had. I think that was my first time watching it. I'd seen Video Dead.
It was definitely my first time watching. I remember we had so much fun with that one.
I'll tell you what, though, Video Dead did not hold up. It's an okay movie.
Yeah, I've only watched half of Video Dead. I never finished it.
There's a reason for that. It's kind of boring. But the ending's really cool. It's worth getting to the end, at least.
But TerrorVision,
Screen Factory
is a blast.
2 movies in one pack, and it's less than $9 on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
Look at special features on that.
If you want to support the Zarin Isaac guy over here somewhere, that way, you could go to his Amazon links and get this on Amazon for less than $9, and you don't actually pay him a thing on Amazon.
And also, there's a bunch of special features in that, and I still purport that TerrorVision should have been a standalone special edition.
Oh yeah, there's tons of special. Look at this. Half the back of this
should be
special features.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty impressive. You don't normally see that much stuff on the double features.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of. They were supposed to. They both could have been standalone editions. It didn't have to be a double feature at all.
That's all of it.
That was some pretty good stuff from both of you guys. Both you fine gents.
Except for the damaged Beauty and the Beast steelbook, but
Yes. That was
Shut your door, man.
That was terrible. Why?
Damn it.
Hey, Brandon, the Farah just fell off the map.
Ow! How does a Farah fly? She can fly!
I know.
It's funny because she can pretty much keep herself from dying if she falls far enough. I mean,
I just saw in the chat. At first, I heard her fall. Then I saw the chat. No one saw that.
There's actually another. We already have another copy of Beauty and the Beast downstairs, so I think that's why he gave that to me. That and that it's just pretty damaged, but whatever. At least to have it in my collection, I don't mind having a slightly damaged version. God damn, it is hot. Is it hot anywhere else?
It is currently...
I mean, it's the middle of summer, I'm assuming it is.
79 degrees outside, so not too bad. A little warm. Oh shit, gotta kill. Predictable! Sorry. He said so predictable in the game, so I decided to...
Look at these goobers playing Overwatch.
I'm in the training room trying to get better.
It's not called Minecraft.
What do you mean?
It's Overwatch.
That's a great game.
Mind Watch, Overcraft. Look at this bullshit. They had an Orisa and 2 fucking Farahs.
Ooh, training bot.
Burp.
AK giving me like Bastion and May.
Do you still have loot boxes to unlock? For the week?
No.
There's no reason to do mystery heroes. Literally.
I like playing Mystery Heroes.
No. Why?
But why would you play something just because you like it? That doesn't make any sense.
The only complaint I have with this mode is, yes, obviously it's called Mystery Heroes, so you don't know who you're going to be playing. But I still think there should be an algorithm in the game that makes them balanced teams on both ends, even though they're mystery. Like, you still know who you're going to play, but it still creates a balanced team. None of this multiple Farahs and 3 fucking Bastions.
Oh, but that's not mystery. Oh, I see. You want like a semi-mystery heroes. You want like a semi-random selection.
Yeah, like a balanced team, but no one knows who's going to play what role in the team.
Gotcha.
Don't you even
I feel like you want like a whole different mode then, because I like the way it is right now, where you can get
mystery
like
balanced
heroes.
Latin says, I thought this was still SNI, not game time. Hey, listen, we have Eric
long
playing
tradition.
games. Yeah, Eric playing games. We have a long tradition of that. So
I have been doing it.
Yeah, he's the garbage gamer. Of course, he's gonna play games for the whole damn thing.
Being garbage, I have a long tradition of playing stupid shit during SNI. Especially when it's a light week like this, where we've gone through all the topics and like there's not a lot of pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah, even before I got on with these guys, before Friday Night InSaNiTy, before SNI, before any of this, some of my first times ever on Stickam was pointing my camera at a screen while I was playing a game.
That's true. That was actually one of my first live streamed game things. This was not recorded, alas. It has been lost to the mists of time. Was when I was playing Killzone 2 for the first time. Or no, sorry, it was Resistance 2. It was Resistance 2. And I played about the last third of it, just live on Stickam. I didn't have the sound on. I think I had subtitles on. And I didn't have any kind of capture card or anything, so I just pointed the camera at my screen and chatted with the peeps while I was playing. And that was that. I don't know if Twitch was even a thing at the time. I know they had Justin TV, but I think Twitch was still kind of
in its infancy.
Definitely in its infancy, yeah. And now it's completely taken over. Justin TV has gone the way of the dodo.
Trying to get better at machine gun arrowing.
I think they actually bought Justin TV.
Justin TV and Twitch are the same, aren't they?
They're the same company.
Yeah.
They're just 2 different sites.
They split the service because there were so many people streaming games.
Yeah.
And then that took off, and Justin TV kind of just died.
Yeah. So now they've added categories to Twitch to kind of pick up that slack. So we've got like the talk show category that we do this in, and you know there's the mukbang category because that inexplicably became a thing, and and just all the various other ones. Creative, if you're just gonna do something, you know, whatever. Creative, I guess. Which I think guys use when they're filming videos or rearranging their DVD collections.
Oh yeah, the Geeky TV playlist. You know, speaking of that.
Yeah.
His internet may have frozen.
No, he's still sitting there.
Speaking of that.
Okay.
You're a dick.
Okay.
Speaking of that. No, he's still there. No, now he's frozen.
Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on.
Complete the thought. For the love of all that is holy and geeky.
Yeah, Scout, you literally sat there for about 30 seconds. Just we saw you twiddling with your. You weren't frozen.
Just ignoring us.
Yeah, you just looked like ignoring us.
Well,
like a dick.
It was frozen on my or anything you guys were saying. So just,
I was frozen today.
So what I was going to say is that on Twitch now they have the ability to. I don't know if it's something that Sean can do, but I know at least partners can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can essentially shoutcast or whatever your own and rebroadcast your own videos, your own things that you've done in the past.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
You could have like some kind of playlist.
If you have something on, yeah. That's something they're implementing at least. So basically, you could do reruns of.
That'd be great because then, something would be running all the time, even when we're not live.
That's the idea.
That's pretty cool. I like that that Twitch is implementing.
Going to get it, but I think they will.
I like that Twitch is implementing more things like that because it's, encouraging more activity on the site certainly, and also it's a nice counterbalance to the sort of kind of outdated ad revenue model that YouTube uses, because YouTube's becoming more of a hard ass with the advertiser-friendly bullshit. Not to mention, advertisers just don't pay as much as they used to. So, I mean, honestly, I should be making way more from that than I actually do. I mean, I'm not making much more now than I did like 8 years ago when I had a third of the subscribers that I have now. And that math doesn't add up. The only possible explanation is advertisers are paying less. So,
there's that, and then there's the fact that YouTube themselves with their algorithms are like downplaying certain videos and promoting others.
They are. Like, it's really...
Plus, there's glitches and subscriptions and a million other problems.
Yeah, people not getting notified properly. So they introduced the bell. It's like, well, we can notify you with the bell. It's like, well, you used to notify us with subscriptions. You had that covered with one button before. Now you've got two. Your system is fucking broken and getting more broken all the time.
And some more, still.
And, like, adding more shit to it does not fix it. How about you just fix the existing shit?
Oh, I made it. Okay.
So anyway, so it's great to see Twitch kind of stepping up to the plate in that respect with content creators like me and everybody else who, potentially would like to be able to make a living doing it and allowing for more sort of possible revenue streams from providing content. So, Twitch has the subscriptions, for example, and revenue sharing for their ads. And then now with, what you're saying, Stout, about this ability to create playlists of reruns and highlights and whatnot, I think that's a great idea because it means you can have... Because, right now I have it set to automatically stream you guys when you go live, just so there be something on whenever you guys are on. But to be able to stream your own content when you're not live, that's a great idea, I think. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how things evolve over the next little while, for sure. But
YouTube's getting put in their place, in my opinion.
Well, they just... I don't know, every so often they seem to go on this kick where they just make it really difficult to just exist and do your thing. They get a bee in their bonnet about something, and it just fucks it up for everybody. I don't know. But,
they think they're making progress. In reality, they're just screwing themselves over. I mean, I feel like it started, at least one of the things that was like the big beginning of the problems was when they took away video. It's like you're taking away people's ability to communicate with each other on this website. This website is all about communication.
Video responses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video responses.
Yeah, I really miss the video responses because I think it was a great way to... We talked about this before, like in terms of building the community aspect of it, by having people be able to respond in video form to your video. And also it was a way to get, call attention to your stuff without spamming links in the comments and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey,
and now you can't do that at all because they just automatically get picked up as spam.
They automatically get thrown into the spam. I've noticed that. And then they have to be manually approved by the video owner.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Really
you want to know where YouTube is at right now? You want to know where they are in terms of how people view them? People treat YouTube, most people treat YouTube the same way that they treat Facebook video. And that's freaking sad. YouTube should be like on top of everything at this point.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Now they're at the same level as something that's literally like just coming out and trying to figure their own shit out. It's like,
yeah,
that's how much you have screwed yourself over. We're now. And I love making videos for YouTube. I love doing that stuff, but it's just like I can't deny what's actually happening.
Yeah. Once there's an actual great replacement for YouTube, I'm not going to stick around. It's not not actually serving me in the ways I want it to serve me.
I kind of feel like we're heading towards another paradigm shift.
Absolutely.
People are getting tired of the way certain social media platforms are functioning and making it difficult to... I know YouTube's the one that I think is in the most trouble right now because they're making it more difficult for the content providers that make them money. And they have not made a ton of money to begin with, so making it more difficult for us is only going to make it more difficult for them. And I'm just a small fry. I'm a small fish in that YouTube sea. But I see
tinier than you. So.
But I see the top YouTubers like PewDiePie and Markiplier, for example, talking about this stuff in their videos. PewDiePie talks about it all the time, just how much YouTube is fucking things up. Because it's like, well, I'm your number one guy. And you're, fucking it up for me. How much you fucking it up for everybody else, too.
You really get any views? It's just,
even he was
saying...
Or
that's my content, or that's their algorithm.
Well, he was even saying, since they introduced the new algorithm, his views were, chopped in half.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to think, in terms of ad revenue, you see the number of views somebody like PewDiePie gets. To have that viewership chopped in half, those sub numbers reduced, that's got to be a major impact on his income. He's still making just stupid amounts of money, but and it's not even that. It's just the fact that he would see the impact far more than we would at our level. With us, it'd be a difference of $1 or $2. For him, it could be tens of thousands of dollars of difference. That's if not more.
Before it was easier to grow too. Now because their search algorithm is just fuckered, it's so hard for people to find your content.
Well, their search see, I like the way it used to be, where we had the video responses, which could help draw people to your channel, and you had the front.
I like the good, smaller channels that responded that were good.
And you had the front page, which would feature people, and it would always be somebody different, and always be and they would have guest editors pick the videos for the featured page and stuff. I got on the front page of YouTube in July of 2007. I was on there was a front page of YouTube, and I was on it, and I got shit tons of views, and it was fantastic. And I loved that system because it encouraged community, and it drew attention to new people. And it was a lot easier to discover channels that you were interested in, discover people that were interesting then than it is now. So, God, if you're just starting out on YouTube now, I can't imagine how difficult, if not impossible, it must be just to find an audience.
20,000 viewers, it's pretty much impossible to get anywhere at this point.
Yeah.
It's just reality.
So.
That's why I said, as soon as I find a place that's equal or better, I'm gone, dude.
Yeah, Carlatin saying, has there Isaac, people are comparing YouTube nowadays to MySpace versus Facebook. Unfortunately, there's still no stable alternative for YouTube on the horizon, and that's the big thing.
Yep.
Because MySpace was on what was the YouTube of its day in terms of popularity and recognition, and then Facebook came along and just trounced it because it was just a better system, it was easier to use, and people just really dug it for what it was in comparison. I always personally found MySpace kind of confusing. I didn't know what the fuck to do with it, but Facebook is just so intuitive and easy that quite a difference. So yeah, I mean, I think if some kind of YouTube killer comes along, they're going to be in trouble, and they're shooting themselves in their foot so much in terms of God, honestly, it's all kind of been going downhill since the Google Plus integration, where they completely fucked that up. Everybody hated Google Plus, and then so they deintegrated it, but the site's still broken from that whole thing, and they've never fixed it. And it's well, how about you fix your shit before you go changing everything and adding more to the mix? It's adding features nobody gives a shit about, taking away annotations, something that people used forever to
lots of things,
cross-promote
their videos, and they didn't even mention that they were taking away annotations. I said, I did a video. I said, I'll put a link to that in an annotation. And I went to add the annotation, and it's annotations have been discontinued as of whatever the date was. And I'm like, well, fuck. Now, I didn't use them a lot, but I know a lot of people who did.
A lot of big YouTubers did, too.
Well, they'd use them to cross-promote their videos. It's click here to go to another video and stuff. And it was great, Keep the flow going, keep people on your channel, keep them interested, and it was great. But a lot of people made good use of that for self-promotion. But now that's gone. So now what do you got? You got your fucking end page that just covers up half the image on your video for the last 30 seconds? Yeah, that looks good. Good job. That's way better. I like having the last 30 seconds of the video obscured by shit that I can't turn off.
Yep. It's beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful.
That was the annotations replacement. Good job, guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where they have a couple of videos or something. You have on the partner end, you have very limited control over that. You can kind of pick what videos you want to have in there, and I think you can kind of position them, but it's nowhere near as, I don't know, interactive and customizable as the annotations were.
Yeah.
The only difference being it actually gives you a thumbnail of the video, which is a nice idea, but it's poorly implemented.
The funny thing is, you can do that in your own videos if you want to. People have been doing that in their videos
they would do that in their own videos and then put a box annotation to make it into a link.
Exactly.
They've been doing that for a decade.
It's we can do this ourselves. Why are you trying to make it easier for everybody, and therefore you just,
yeah. But now,
you're ruining everything. Make that an easy option for everybody, but don't take away the other option that allows people more freedom.
Yeah, to make it how they want. Oh my God, Zack Attack!
Made it! I didn't know if he was going to make it or not.
Greetings! I was just about to wind down, and he's gone. Okay, bye!
You called me Zack Attack? Fuck you.
I just saw it on the stream. He's like, hello. Shaking his head disapprovingly. There he is! Welcome back! Oh, he's raging at his technology failing him. I see. I get it now.
Turn on your microphone.
I don't think... Oh, I heard something.
All right, I got it.
Okay, there we go. Oh, welcome to the last 30 seconds of Saturday Night InSaNiTy.
I have pickups.
All right, well, you can do your pickups. I have no pickups. The boys have already done theirs. Let's see Zach's impromptu pickups, shall we? Oh, you got it. You got the Millennium Edition. Sweet.
Without the full color insert.
Nice. That's okay. And Day of the Dead Collector's Edition. Nice.
Dick.
Oh, yeah. Stout, I think Stout got that as well.
Wood.
I see what you're doing.
Free Fire.
Free Fire.
Cool.
Oh, I like that cover.
Hellboy.
Oh, nice. Nice steelbook. Oh, man. I need to get that.
Price match.
Sweet. Is that everything?
That's pretty awesome.
Wow, that was a very efficient pickups run. That was excellent.
And it had Dick and Wood.
And Batman.
Both of which came in a package.
So tell us your thoughts on Dunkirk and Valerian.
Valerian. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you saw both of them. Cool.
Dunkirk, it was a good movie. Valerian, it was good. Fuck white people.
Okay. Very good.
There's
Well,
all these
folks.
people shitting on Valerian, and it's stupid. And that's what he's...
I think that wraps it up for another Saturday Night InSaNiTy, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to bid you adieu. Should we do some gaming?
Yeah, you want to do some shark stuff? Let's do some shark stuff.
We could do some shark stuff.
Might actually
And some
be able to play.
golfing. You have golf friends, right?
No.
Damn it. Fucking up
on
some
sale right now on Green Man Gaming.
Oh, how much is it on Green Man?
It's like $4 or something like that.
Cool. I have no money.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
Cool. I have
Somebody
no
with
money.
$4 gift this man the fucking game already.
What do I got here? I don't know. Maybe. We'll figure something out. I gotta get back to Conan one of these days. Jesus.
Yeah, but you know, what
I
about
think-
Shark? You should do Shark.
I think they've actually wiped the servers on Conan, so I think we might be back to square one.
Let's do depth because I can play it.
There was something about maybe keeping your stats or levels or something, so you could just kind of redistribute everything. Or it may have been a full server wipe. I don't know, but we shall see. I think I need to reinstall depth actually. Well, we could probably do a few rounds of that, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, Sharkies.
But
Sharks.
I need a bit of a break. So yeah, in a little while, we'll say maybe shoot for an hour. An hour from now, midnight, the sharking hour.
The Sharking Hour. I love it. All right, the Sharkening.
The sharkening, yes. Alrighty, have yourselves a wonderful week, and those of you who are going to stick around for some gaming action, we'll see you a little later. Until then, yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Penis.